Apple's Mother Earth. Cringe. X200B. Mother Earth was invited to hear Tim County along with some curated-looking NPCs talk about how they are saving the planet. They converse with nature incarnate like they're in a board meeting. And nature seemingly approves. Lol. The hubris one has to think that was an awesome idea. Long puts. Next year Apple will be meeting with an AI version of God himself and he will say that Apple was his best creation. Apple shareholder meetings announcements have always struck me like a cult. With a God complex added on now. They've come full circle. That was so cringy I was losing interest by this point. I think it's hilarious that they thought this was a good idea. It just goes to show how out of touch these people are with reality. They're so wrapped up in their own little world that they think everyone else cares about the same things they do. His name is literally Tim Apple, of course he's one with nature. They are going to remove all carbon from the atmosphere, ha 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 ha. It was a real Emperor's New Clothes moment. I can't believe no one of influence shut this down for being incredibly lame. Say what you will of Apple or Steve Jobs. But their marketing materials used to be worth watching for pure entertainment value. Curated looking NPCs, I'm stealing that. Rip to my shares. God, I hate Apple so much. As an engineer, hearing all the marketing buzzwords are so fucking annoying. We used a silicon crystal material to polish the surface, blah blah blah. Every polish, even car washes, involves small crystalline particles. Why there is no secret Asian man in the picture? I think Asian man like to gamble, not suit to corp culture. I found it impressive, and since I have mild regardation like most consumers, I say calls it is. I'm sure this has reached Apple's target audience. The people who glue batteries into their phones are talking about the environment. That's fucking rich. Let's see your long put positions or ban. Totally not a cult, you say? Tell me more. Dumbest shit Apple has done. I bet Apple forgot to tell Mother Earth about all the polluting Chinese factories that make their phones, along with the lithium that needs to be mined by children that also destroy huge ecosystems. Like it or not, you're all talking about it. They gotcha. That was stupid. I stopped watching after that stupid skit. I usually watch Apple debut their stuff. I need stop buying Apple stuff. Mother Earth is totally cool with all those Africans dying for cobalt. I am convinced we need to accelerate California falling into the ocean. Ah yes, Apple, one of the most anti-repair companies in the world. Definitely got some blackick ESG credits for correct casting. That was one of the worst events I think I've ever seen. Not even trying anymore. Just keeping saying machine learning and neural engine over and over and hope that people are impressed by it. Man facepalming. Also, they got rid of the audio port and started pushing Bluetooth for AirPods etc., but are now raving about how quick the transfer speeds can be over their new USB-C. Person facepalming, male sign, person facepalming, male sign, person facepalming, male sign, person facepalming, male sign. Watched the event. This was max level cringe. Had to turn it off for this entire long cringe fest. They love to talk about saving the planet, meanwhile they're the largest contributor to e-waste on the planet. Hypocrisy at its finest. In a just world, that festival of cringe would have a negative effect on their share price. The event was already difficult to watch. But that was on a whole different level. It was like it had suddenly turned into a Netflix pre-teen show with its plinky plinky soundtrack and mugging for the camera. They conveniently forgot to tell Mother Nature about all the flights and helicopter rides there. Presenters got to have those lavish backgrounds in their bits to camera, too. And why can't anyone at Apple stand properly? Some serious animatronic vibes. And yet while that film played, there was upward momentum for the first time all day. Long puts on a blue chip stock. Yeah, okay bro. Am I the only one that found it funny? Not cringe, just funny lol. Why do Mother Earth represents as black woman? Is that because we burn Earth too much? Maybe I'm too boomer, but it was a bit funny to me. Cringe is doing nerd dance, then blowing flamethrower and breaking unbreakable glass on some shitty, long awful car. I blame Apple for 70 of the hipsters in the world. You can't call the nature card when your products are made in a sweatshop, buddy. They would really be saving the planet by not releasing the same phone every fucking year. And of course the cis white male was wearing a leather jacket. Just to get dissed by Mother Nature and asked if he's getting phased out too. I stopped watching after this. Why she gotta be black? LMAO. They also bragged about being able to run a console game from 2005. Like, okay? Octavia was good. But the idea was so woke I threw up in my mouth a bit. Also, I know this could be inappropriate to say, but how many companies that do product introductions with someone doing sign language on the side? Yes, it's great for anyone who needs that, but my point is Apple is so woke it's like a 3-shot espresso. This was hella cringe. Apple cringe. Y'all are bunch of crying babies. Can't wait for this POS company to crater. They do nothing but release iterative products each year that do little more than end up in the bottom of people's drawers. Or the landfill. As much a shithead that Steve Jobs was. At least he knew how to innovate. Upgrading to USB-C won't help me make my GameStop and Wendy's trades, therefore idgaff. It's not nice to DP Mother Nature. I just watched it on YouTube and I quite enjoyed it actually. I like how they cast Mother Nature. This way they can scream racism, sexism and fatphobia at anyone who tries to counter them. Fuck these grifting pieces of shit. Climate change and green energy are just cons to bleed the accumulated wealth from the country as part of the NWO death by 1,000 cuts. Your taxes will go up. More will be added. Random fees. Like the one on top of every Amazon purchase in Colorado now. You can't buy that. You can't use this. I live in a world of idiots that don't even realize the water temp is being turned up when you can see them coming to the stove and doing it. I actually thought it was cute. There's no way to make environmental stuff look sexy, so at least they played it off with some type of humor. I think it gave me cancer. Yes, that was lame. I felt uncomfortable watching it lol, like a C-class movie lol. No more Apple products for me after that skit. This is the epitome of cringe. It was pathetic. I'm so confused after watching this event. Am I supposed to buy the new iPhone or stop breathing so I don't spread carbon all over Mother Nature? I thought it was cool. Products were lame though. Tim Cook has run his course. It is time for new blood to shake things up. Tim Cook is a homosexual male with homosexual male sensibilities. This is an example of where girl brains can invade decision-making for the worse. Absolutely nothing feminine with being gay or sucking off hot men wanting to be held tightly by them. It's just, you can't let the girl brains be fully in charge. It was pretty well done. I thought I was gonna hate it.